Hey guys, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we'll talk about the new features on the Windows 10. So Windows 10 is the latest release from Microsoft. Right now it's in technical preview and the final build is expected sometime in 2015. So this technical build is now available for download and you can install it on your PC. So we have already covered how to install this new build on your PC. You can even upgrade from Windows 8.1, but that is not advisable since this is just a developer preview. So we'll just talk about some of the new features on this build. While there are quite a lot of new changes to Windows 10, there are also some certain improvements to existing areas in the Windows 8.1. So let's talk about these aspects. For first step, let's talk the start menu. So with Windows 8.1, Microsoft had moved away from the start menu and released the start screen, so which had the tiles and other stuffs. So but the users were not really happy with the start screen and they wanted the start menu back. And now with Windows 10, the start menu is back, and you can see this is the new start menu. So as you can see, this is the combination of the start menu from Windows 7 as well as the start screen from Windows 8. So we have the normal set of icons here and the modern UI tiles, which does have live previews. So these are a combination of the start screen as well as the start menu. So now you can do quite a lot of customizations on this start menu. So first step, if you right click on any icon, you can see you have the option to unpin from the start. You can unpin from the taskbar. You can even resize the tile to large, medium, wide. So they will just show you this is the wide tile. We can just resize to large. So you can resize multiple tiles. So as soon as you resize, you can see the start menu goes sideways, that is expands the start menu. So whenever you add new apps, so say let's add more apps to this one. So let's pin this to start. Few more apps. You can just right click on here from here, and then you can just pin apps to the start menu. So you can see we have pinned multiple apps to the start menu. So there you go. So we have now 3 rows of the modern tile. So what you can see is it continuously expands whenever you add more apps to the start screen. Now you can do one more thing. You can just reset. You can just drag from here and increase the size. So you can just drag and decrease the size also. So you can have a flatter menu or you can have a taller menu. So that's up to you. So based on your preference, you can just resize the start menu. Now another option is that you can just remove the tile from here. You can also turn off live tiles. So these tiles will have the live previews updated regularly. So in case you do not want the live tile to happen, you can just turn off the live tile. You can unpin from the start anytime. If you unpin, it will just go out from here. So right now we'll just show you unpinning. So right now we have just unpinned quite a lot of tiles and it will go away from the start menu. Now here we have the all apps. So this is just like the all apps list we had on the Windows 7. So whenever you expand, you get to see the exe file, whichever you can open from here. So that's very similar to what we had on the Windows 7, and we also have the start screen from the Windows 8. So that's the start menu. Now if you click right click here, you have the option to select the properties. So in the properties you get the start menu. So here we have one option, that is the use the start menu instead of the start screen. That's what we saw now. So since this is checked, this will show you the start menu instead of the start screen. So if you uncheck this and click apply, you can see the message, before we start we need to make sure you save the work. So what it does is it will just log off, and once we log in back, you can see the start screen back. That is the start screen from Windows 8 will be back, and you will not have the start menu what we saw right now. So you can just enable this. We are not just showing you this detail because we already know how the start screen looks like. So we'll just come back to the start menu. Then we have the option to personalize. So this is the same color options we had on Windows 8. So we have lots of color options, and the good thing is that you can now selectively choose the color for the start menu as well. So this, whenever you choose, it will apply to the Windows the window as well as the start menu and the taskbar. So when you apply the tiles, you can see the tiles have changed here. So this is pretty simple. You can just select the color, and you can even have your own color mixer here. So based on whatever color you need, you can just mix it from here, and the start menu will look exactly the same what the color you select. This will be applied to the taskbar as well as the window colors. That is the window color you can see here, the title color, so that will be applied here. So this is another option in the start menu, so you can personalize the colors based on your liking. Now moving on to the next feature, you can see an option here, that's the task view. So here we can see this is a new option. Task view is something like a view of all the apps running. So when you press here, you can see all the apps running listed here. So you can see it also has a close button. So this is basically you can just select you can choose the apps from here. So you can have a look here, so what all the apps are running on your PC, that can be viewed from here. And at the bottom you can see add a desktop, that's multiple desktop option. So Windows 10 officially supports multiple desktops. So if you click here, a new desktop has been added, and now if you select here, you can't see the apps which you were running on the previous desktop. So this is a new desktop. So if you click this icon, you can see multiple desktops. You can add more desktops. So each desktop it will have its own apps. So we have just opened IE on third desktop. So you can see here this also shows a preview. Now if you come back here, you'll not see that IE, but you can see that IE is opened, but it will not be visible here. So that's the option of multiple desktops. So this is something like a virtual desktop. You have multiple instances of desktop, and each instance will have its own app running in the background. So in case you want to segregate work and your leisure, you can do with multiple desktops, that you can open your work tabs in one desktop, and you can open all your leisure apps in another desktop without interfering with these two desktops. So that's one good option. So you can close any desktop whichever you don't want from here. So that's the easiest way to manage desktops. Now Windows 10 also comes with improved snap features. We already know whenever you drag and drop a window onto the sides, it will have the option of the snap. So you can do multiple you can enable multiple apps side by side using the snap view. So that was already there in Windows 8, but now the snap preview has been updated. So whenever you click here, so if you just drag and drop onto the sides, you can see the snap works here. So now we have snapped the store, and the good thing is that it will show you the other running apps which you want to snap. So you can see here 3 apps are running. One is a Chrome, one is TweetDeck, and the other is a downloads folder. So these 3 apps are running right now, and Windows 10 will show me which app I want to snap next step. So if I click this one, it will go to the snap preview, and then it will snap here. So that's the best way. So snap works really well on the Windows 10. So whenever you snap one app, it will show you the second app which you want to snap onto the window. So that's a really handy tool. So that's the snap improvements. Now you can see here whenever I open a Metro app or the modern UI app, you can see that it will have the normal minimize, the maximize as the close button. So these apps will run just like the normal desktop apps. And here on the top you can see there are few options. One is app commands. You have the search, the share option, the play, project settings, and full screen. So when I click full screen, it will go back to the normal view, and it will have this minimize option. So you can just come back from the full screen, and then if you have a setting for this modern app, you can click from here and it'll open the settings. So this was previously available from the charms menu. So now it's moved to the settings here. So you can just select the settings from here and access the app settings which are available for the modern UI apps. There is also improvement to the file manager. So whenever I open the file manager, you can see there's a new icon to the file manager. So it shows up 3 new options. One is the favorites, one is the frequent folders, and finally the third one is the recent files. So these 3 are useful if you want to directly access the recently accessed files. So you can quickly access it from here. Then you have the normal options. This PC, you have all the drives, and you can see that USB and the pen drives which are connected here are available differently, similar to this PC, along with the inclusion in this PC as well. So this is pretty handy. You can just access all this pen drives and stuffs from easily from the sidebar on the File Explorer. So these are some of the improvements. You can see the icons have changed here. There are lots of changes to the icons. So this might not be the final version. So whenever Microsoft releases Windows 10, the final build next year, so things might change then. So these are some of the improvements to the file manager. And you can see one more option is that that's the search option here. So if you click search, you can see it will pop up a new window where you can do any new universal search. So you can search apps, you can search files, and also you can do web search. So whenever I search here, so let's say for example just search for an app. So if I just type here, you can see it will search the app. So this is the apps I search. So if I want to search something, I can just type over here and then press enter, and you can see it will open in the search app. So it will show you all the results there. So you can do directly search from this the search option included in the taskbar. So this comes default and you don't have an option to remove this from here. And the search for apps is already included in the start menu. So this is apart from that. So this is mainly for the web search along with the app search. So you can do both from this app. And this will open in the search app. That's a Bing search app included in Windows 10. So apart from this, there are some certain improvements to the command prompt. So you can if you are a user of command prompt, you have lots of changes there, and this is enterprise ready as well. So Microsoft already mentioned that this is one of the best versions of Windows they have ever shipped. So they are working on, so probably it'll be more polished towards the final build, which is expected sometime later next year. So Microsoft has already confirmed that they will have a better version to showcase at the build conference slated for April 2015. So we'll have the final version after that. So probably it will be just like mid 2015 or pretty late 2015. So we are not sure on when Microsoft will ship that. So right now it's the technical preview, so you can just download free of cost from Microsoft. We have the links in the description, so you can just go ahead and download this. And you can install it. We would recommend that do a clean install instead of upgrading from Windows 8.1, because this is a test, that's a technical preview, so you might encounter lots of bugs. So it's always better that you do a clean install, and it will not affect your existing Windows for 8.1. So these are some of the best features of Windows 10. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, do hit the like button, subscribe to YouTube channel for more updates. If you have any queries on this, just drop a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with your queries. And thanks for watching this video.